Welcome to the System to Success show. On this show, we'll cover the best growth advice from top CEOs in North America and beyond. On each episode, your host, Jay Crutchfield, he's a former software engineer turned entrepreneur, created and maintained online marketing, online sales, and fulfillment systems for global brands. He offers non-traditional wisdom about business systems mastery, while his guests share the story of how they built their companies. Jay and his guests talk entrepreneurship, digital marketing, strategy, and business principles. But they also talk about what it means to be human with all the ups and downs, advances, and setbacks. And what he does is he takes his information and strategies that has helped catapult global brands and brings that to the small business owner to give them that advantage. Make sure to subscribe and follow for more of these business system mastery principles.
BUY, and what makes a person buy and what makes a person tick in a relationship. And it brings a whole new light of speaking appropriately, writing appropriately, so that you hit the personality codes or you understand the person you're speaking to within 90 seconds of speaking to that person.
Wow, that's really interesting, being able to communicate in a way that you're speaking to different personality types. Yeah, that's really interesting. So what I would say, what piqued your interest in going further just with bank and carrying and talking more about that message?
So bank was created for sales. And Sherry's background talks about her being in the financial district and she just couldn't get to that level of sales she wanted to. And that's what it was created for. But the stories that are coming out of bank are way more than hardcore sales training. We have brought using parents learning bank system and understanding bank have brought children back from suicide, have put families back together, have rebuilt marriages. We have a doctor using it in an emergency room. We have people using it on children that are autistic. It is so way more than this sales training tool. And it's an effective way to communicate one world, one language, and stop putting a Band-Aid on how we communicate. Instead of separation, we need to all come back together. And bank has a way of doing that.
Wow. So, and can you repeat the acronym? I got the blueprint and I have the knowledge.
Okay. So it's blueprint, it's action, nurturer, and knowledge.
Okay, got it down. Okay, awesome.
Got it down.
Yes, I got it written down. So I'm sure the audience has it again a second time. So as we talked about, just as you started to craft that unique message, what are some things that you would share with an aspiring speaker to help them to start to craft their unique message?
Well, first of all, I would tell them to be patient, because the original message or the original speaking topic they may go out for may not be the path they go down. I originally started speaking at chamber events with marketing, about marketing. And that's kind of the path I went down, which I'm glad, because it got me comfortable. And then just be patient with wherever the path takes you, because now I speak on more of effective communication. I speak about putting to HR offices about how to hire the right person the first time. So be open to where that path is going to take you. When you're really trying to craft a message, you want to try to incorporate and hit. So all 4 personality codes actually hear your message. So you want to use words and language that actually is effectively communicating with all 4 personality codes.
Okay.
And a lot of us write from our own personality code, which means we really connect with somebody of the same personality.
Hmm. And so let's just thinking about that, as far as the communication, and people communicating with people that they're familiar with that are really like them. Um, what are just some nuggets that you can share with the audience on how they can communicate with somebody who may seem as if they're almost in a conflicting personality type, like, a dominant person and somebody that may be a little more passive?
Dominant and passive. So passive may be a nurturer. So you want to talk about personal growth, community. Somebody that may be more passive, may be a nurse or somebody that works for a nonprofit. So you want to use that type of language when you're speaking with them. And somebody more dominant could be maybe an attorney or a police officer, maybe more of a structured blueprint personality who really wants safety and budgets and stay within the rules, and there is a box and we stay inside that box. And if you learn how to speak that, it will start coming naturally to you and you'll be able to see it.
Okay. Wow. So Jeanne, what personality code are you?
I am actually a nurturer, action, knowledge, and blueprint. That is my order of my bank code.
Hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Wow. So I would say and ask the question, where does your passion now from speaking come from? Where do you draw your passion from when you go out there?
Reach one, teach one. If one person in the room, whether I'm speaking, I do speak on drug addiction, I do speak on Alzheimer's, I do speak on the personality and sales and how to speak better. However, if I can reach one person in the room and teach one person in the room, that person's going to go out and do the same. And that person's going to go out and do the same. I don't look to like everybody's got to hear my message. Reach one, teach one. And that's what makes me passionate, because now all that fear is gone, because I am not trying to manipulate or get anybody to sign up for anything. I just want to reach one, teach one. Whether one person can handle their family having Alzheimer's better, or one person may go seek help that's having, a drug problem, or help a parent that has a child with a drug problem. If I can reach one, teach one, then I've done what I went out to do.
Wow. Yes, I'm smiling about that because I know the audience, everyone may not be able to see that, but I'm smiling about that because of just the authenticity as you're speaking about that, and how you really want to help people. And so, I mean, I think that just speaks volumes just about you, Jeanne, too. So, another question on just some of the folks that may have that wealth of experiences. How do they start to narrow down the choices for sharing their unique message?
Practice. Stand in front of a mirror and practice your different messages. And the one that you feel most comfortable with, start there. Bounce it off of other people that want you to succeed, that want you to be successful in your speaking engagements. Because trust me, there's a lot of naysayers out there. There's a lot of people that are blown out of the water that I'm going to India to speak, and that I'm speaking in Boston, and I'm speaking down in Florida. Because I just did not listen to the naysayers. I stuck with the people that believed in me and believed in my message. And I just moved forward with that. And like I said, in May of 2016, I was petrified to hold a microphone. But once I learned that people needed to hear what my different speaking topics, it just became easy. So they just need to be patient and they need to practice.
So I'm picking up just from our this is our conversation, as you spoke earlier too, is making sure that people that they're good listeners, that they be patient, be patient with themselves, be patient with the process, and make sure that they practice a lot. Getting more familiar with just and comfortable with themselves and talking in front of people. Got that down, Jeanne?
Yes, you got it.
Okay, awesome. So, Jeanne, what would you say sets you apart in this world of professional speakers?
I have learned over the years some amazing tools to help me be more engaging and to help more people learn when I'm speaking. I'm not speaking to hear myself. I'm not speaking out of ego. Whatever I'm speaking about is a learning and a teaching and a training. I'm not a speaker. I will never be a speaker. I'm not a motivational speaker. And I know on here you have me as a speaker. I'm a trainer. And I teach and train others to teach and train others. And I think if everybody went out there and got rid of their ego, spoke from their heart on their life experience, the world would be a better place. And if we all just speak from that and let go of the ego and speak to what is in our heart, we could help so many people in this world.
Speak from the heart, let go of the ego, put the ego down so you can make a difference. Yes. So that's really, really good, Jeanne. Now, Jeanne, you spoke about just the business portion, and as some aspiring speakers that are listening in, could you tell us just and share a little bit more about just the business portion in speaking and in training?
The business portion of it?
Yes.
That's another area where you need to be patient. You need to tell people that you want to be a speaker or trainer. There are so many people out there that are professional speakers or want to be trainers. A book is a great way to let people know that you're a speaker, but a book should be used as, and you've got other people that are speaking on that topic. Use you use your book as your marketing tool to get speaking engagements. But it's really word of mouth. It's really making sure people know that you're a speaker and what you speak on, or you're a trainer and what you train on. And just make sure your message is concise and it's consistent. So your message is consistent on all your profiles. You can join, e-speaker profile, but what we call, you ready for this? This is a very fancy word, people. Get the yuck out at your lunch and learns, your meetup groups, your chamber of commerce. Get your yuck out there in front of people that may know you or may not know you before you ever try to get on a stage, because that is the best place to practice. and ask people to videotape you. And one of the biggest assets I ever did was I joined, can I say this? I'm going to say it. I joined Toastmasters International. And that is a big help because it gives you constructive, positive feedback on doing little speeches here and there. So I would take little segments of some of my talks and practice it there. And then they would give me feedback on how to be more powerful.
Yes, getting involved with Toastmasters. Yes, definitely make sure that you look into that, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening in as well, too. Get involved with an organization that's going to help you to further just develop your speaking skills.
Yes.
That's really great, Jeanne. Jeanne, this has been just such an awesome pleasure speaking with you and just getting to know you a little bit better. What's one last tip of information or advice that you can share with our audience and even some aspiring speakers that are listening in?
If you're speaking out of ego, get off the stage. Go back and figure out your message. Go find your heart again, and then get back on stage. I believe that at some point in time, some of the speakers start speaking out of ego because they make $20,000 to speak for a half hour. They make this, and here's what's happening. Nobody can hear you because you're speaking out of ego and you're in your head. Go back, find your heart, and then come back and start speaking again. Because and I've seen it happen to so many speakers. And just double check yourself. Speak from your heart. Don't speak for money. Speak for what your message can do for others. Speak to add value to other people's lives. That is the most powerful thing you can ever do. That would be my message.
Wow. That is an awesome, awesome tip and advice to leave with our listeners. Jeanne, if somebody wants to get in contact with you, where should they go?
Well, first of all, if somebody wants to learn what their personality profile is, they can go to mybankcode.com/wow, WOW. So that's mybankcode.com/wow. And you can find out more about what your personality code is and how you may be speaking to other people. And it will give you a 12 or 16 page PDF all about your personality. If anybody would like to reach me directly, I love text messaging. My number is 978-337-2547. Facebook, I'm Jay Helps. So anywhere, I'm pretty easy to find because I'm the only Jeanne Zierhoffer in the country. And I can say that.
Awesome. So you're not only unique in your message, you're unique in your name.
Correct.
Awesome. Well, Jeanne, it's been such a pleasure having you on the show today. Definitely look forward to connecting with you soon. Thank you so much, Jeanne.
Well, thank you, Jay, for having me. And good luck to everybody that's trying to move forward. If you have any questions, give me a call. Be glad to help anybody.
Thanks, Jeanne.